And we're back. Hello, everybody. Well, this is Tangential Gaming. I am Lakota, and welcome back to Hellside, our dark fantasy D&D game where I run my brother and my friends through my homebrew world. So, quick reminder of everyone here. We have Daniel.
What's up, guys?
He plays Zell. We have Patrick. He plays Klaus.
Hello.
We have Dominic. He plays Eulant.
Hello.
We have my brother, Steven, who plays Joker.
What's up?
And then I play literally everyone else. And as you all can see, I have made some modifications to the layout. It's now a lot less crowded, and you have these pictures of all the players at the bottom of the screen. I'm probably going to be doing this more often because it just works better.
Too bad you cannot help but see which character is talking.
Yeah, I can't do that yet. Once I get the ability to do reactives at some point, I will do that. But at the moment, this is what we got. So at least now you can see what everyone looks like, basically.
Yeah.
On that note, before we get into the game, I am going to quickly discuss one thing, and that is all of the crap going on with Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro at the moment. I'm going to be very clear about this. And I can't say the words that I want to say because we're only a minute into the video and I can't swear.
This is children content.
But Hasbro is terrible, and they're going to continue to be terrible, and they are affecting one of my favorite games in the entire world. And because of that, I have only this to say. If it wasn't for Hellside, which I'm not going to end Hellside prematurely, we are going to finish this campaign because I am glad to have people that I can play D&D with. If it wasn't for Hellside, I would not currently have a paid-for D&D Beyond account. And the moment that Hellside is over, I'm shutting down my D&D Beyond account, and we are playing a different tabletop system for our next game. Which we kind of all agreed upon already, that we were going to do that, but now I'm just going to say it outright. We're not playing D&D for our next tabletop game after this. Not until they get their crap together. All of that being said, that's all of the business stuff. Let's get back into the actual game stuff. And because it's been so long since we've actually had a section, I am going to take the liberty of covering what happened last time. Everybody's okay with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Good.
Alright. Last time, you guys arrived back at the third house with a not exactly great mental state with Ariel. You explained the situation to both Malik and Cora, both of whom recommended that Ariel be the person to take off for the day, while Eulant was kinda sorta punished for trying to choke out a priest. A priest who rightly deserved it, mind you, but choked him out nonetheless. He and Zell took the first watch, and on their watch they ran into Elder Boris, who explained that there had been a odd number of disappearances for children in New Hillside recently, and no one really knew what was going on. It seemed like there was some kind of pattern, but everybody was stumped on what could be happening. So, immediately, Eulant and Zell started thinking about ways they could assist. Klaus and Joker, however, immediately went to the tavern. They ran into Abigail on their way there, who also revealed that her boss wasn't exactly happy with Eulant at the moment, and she was forced to do a search on both Eulant and Zell to see if there were any Veilstone fragments on them. Specifically, she was looking for Celesticite. Celesticite is Veilstone that was produced through contact with the celestial planes, and it's one of the #1 things for fighting demons and devils and with an entire barrel of it missing, people are concerned. Eventually, there was a trade-off in the guard for the boys, and Klaus and Joker did their time. Meanwhile, Yulante was given a mysteriously vague message from Elder Boris to meet him that night at the tavern, and he did. And Boris revealed that he knows a little bit more about this whole Dark Knight thing than Yulante does. Meanwhile, Zell went back to Third House to go check on Ariel to see if she was alright, only to open the door and see her with her shirt off and her back covered in scars from a whip. And that is where we shall be picking up tonight. Zell.
Yes.
Hey Don, you're making a lot of noise.
I was moving my mic.
Okay, just checking.
Did you get it?
Zell. Before you see, once again, the darkened room. You see Ariel, who clearly has not noticed your presence. She has her back to you, and you can see these scars going across your back. Very familiar scars that you'd seen in the military from certain military punishments. Scars clearly from a whip. What does Zell do?
Zell eases back to the door so I don't frighten Ariel, and I attempt to knock on the door or on the wall to let my presence be known.
Okay, if you're going to attempt to try and make your way back, behind the door, I'm going to need you to make a stealth check. I'm going to give you advantage because you rolled a freaking 25 to even get here into this position.
Okay, I rolled a 17.
Okay, you did roll that with advantage, right?
Yes.
Okay, just checking. So with a 17, yes, you make it back behind the door, and you knock. You do hear Ariel kind of start, and she goes, who's there?
It's me. Just figured I'd come check on you, see how you're doing.
I'm fine. One moment. You hear some moving around and rustling, and then footsteps towards the door, and there's a pause, a sort of hesitation before she does open the door, and she sees you. She's now wearing this sort of thin tunic-looking thing over herself. It's basically the lining that would go under her armor. For those who don't remember what Ariel looks like, for the people watching at home, that's what she looks like. For you guys, blah, 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 blah. Scroll up a little bit, you'll find her here.
Yeah.
She's back in the August section. She stands before you. She looks a little tired. She looks like she might have been crying at some point, which, not an unexpected reaction to everything that happened today. She looks at you and says, I'm fine. I took a nap, and I'm feeling a lot better. Thanks for checking, I guess.
I kind of noticed a scar on your back.
She immediately looks uncomfortable when you say that. How did you... And she almost tries to look behind herself to see if she's, showing or something.
Well, when I first got here and come into the room, you didn't notice me, and I noticed you were indecent, so I stepped back out to where I wouldn't invade any privacy and figured I'd knock on the door and give you a little warning.
Oh, oh. She looks embarrassed immediately. And then kind of looks nervous again. It's fine. She looks like she's trying to find the words.
Well, would it help if I told you I had scars to match?
She will look genuinely surprised at that. You what?
This is where I turn her. Yeah, I turn around and I show her my scars on my back.
As you do that, she's like, "What are you? Don't do that in the hallway!" And she pulls you into the room.
What? All right, man.
You don't have to show them if you don't want to.
No, it's fine. I wear them proudly.
So Zell,
Yeah.
I imagine you take off your leather armor,
Okay.
which takes a little bit. Leather armor takes, I think, like a minute to take off. I think in game. I don't actually remember, but you take off your leather armor, and she does get a how muscled do you think Zell is? Like, do you think he's very fit? I mean, obviously he's fit, but like, do you think he's like, I guess the word would be chiseled, cut, maybe?
I would definitely say Zell's probably pretty chiseled, given his ranking and everything in the military, and he's always on the move.
Weight.
Yeah.
Think about how much weight is behind the drawstring of a warbow.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. It's like it takes a bit to pull back that bow. So obviously he's got
And
strength
an archer's
there.
back muscles always excellent.
Yeah. She again looks a little embarrassed seeing, just this well-built man in front of her. But as you turn your back, she does in fact see these scars going across. She even sees where the man who was holding the whip clearly didn't like you, because he there's a certain curve he made in your back with one of the strikes that was you recall being excruciatingly painful, and you're reminded of this as she sort of touches the scar, and then she realizes what she's doing and pulls her hands away. I'm sorry, I should have asked first. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. It's perfectly fine. They don't hurt as much anymore.
How?
Would you like to know how I got them?
She nods.
Well, back when I was in the military, one of my childhood best friends that I grew up with, we trained together, we played in the woods together, we hunted together. Well, he decided to up and join the military, and we were out on a patrol, and we come upon a caravan, and we was told to fire upon them, or he was told to fire upon them. Well, upon closer evaluation of them, or closer look, we discovered it was a bunch of injured civilians and, women, children, and he refused. And when he refused, they snatched him up and tied him to a post and was about to commence his torture or punishment. And then I stepped in the middle of them, and I took it. I told him that I told him not to do it. And They're like, so are you going to take the lashings for him? I said, I'll take them tenfold if I have to. Y'all leave him out of it.
You took lashings for your friend. Why
Yeah,
did he disobey the order?
because there's no sense in, you know, killing a whole bunch of injured women and children. I mean, the worst thing you can do in a war is forget the enemy. They're still people.
Make an insight check real quick.
Inside. 21.
21.
21?
21.
21.
21?
21.
I'm glad all of you recognize that.
You're stupid. You see a sort of softness come over her face. It's with your role, you feel like she appreciates that you believe that. She sort of touches her shoulder where you know a grouping of the marks on her back are. Now, I would like to state, you saw the marks on her back. There's a lot more of them on her back than's on yours. That I will say.
I figured more of mine have been healed, but
yeah. Hers, make a medicine check with advantage because you've seen these wounds before.
A what?
A medicine check. With advantage.
I don't see a medicine check.
Oh
wait, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
$14.
14. Okay, that's with advantage?
Hello?
Oh, sorry. That's with advantage? Did you hear me?
Do what?
Was that with advantage?
It was 13 plus 1, yeah.
Advantage is you roll twice and take the better number.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what advantage means.
Yeah, I got 14 both times.
Okay, that's fine. With that 14's good enough though. I just wanted to make sure to see if you got any higher. You can't tell a whole lot about the scars from what you saw, but what you did see is they looked a lot more recent than yours. Like, not super recent, but it looks like that happened to her within the past 2 months, 3 months. You can't really place the time period, but they're definitely fresher than yours.
Yeah.
Which, if you're understanding the situation correctly, she would have been in prison in that time.
Yeah, that's true.
So you can make your assumptions from there. But you see her sort of touch her shoulder where like a group of the scars is clumped, and I got mine for disobedience. I suppose. She gets a sort of far-off look in her eye, but she shakes her head. I don't like to think about it much. Honestly,
it's understandable.
Honestly, I think it's better that I'm here and not there anymore. Thank you for coming to check on me. Are you sticking around, or are you going back to the tavern?
Well, I was thinking about going back to the tavern. You want to join me?
Roll me a... I would like you to roll me a persuasion check with advantage.
Not get.
Stop drawing on that dance.
18.
18?
18.
She gives a small smile and says, "Okay, let me get some shoes back on. The ground is cold."
But do you like
Don't take time.
She goes and puts her shoes on, and then joins you as you both leave the third house and make your way back to the... Let me see if I remember the name of the tavern. Does anyone remember the name of the tavern?
No.
That's fine. But we're going to leave you there as you guys make your way back to the cavern, and we're going to go to get some brevity from all of that stuff, Klaus, Joker.
hello?
Woo!
You two are currently sitting at a table by yourself. Yulant has gone over to speak to the old elven man that he played poker with the other night, and Zell went off to go check on Ariel. What are you two doing? And Klaus, have you had any more drinks?
Not yet.
Huh?
Not yet.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you know what this you know what my clothes used to be?
Wait, what did he say?
He asked, do you know what his clothes used to be?
They probably used to be intact before he got shot with a shotgun.
No, it was used to be a
Joker's been
uniform.
going around with one cheek hanging out.
What was that?
What?
Was Joker been running around with one cheek like hung out the whole time?
I imagine
Probably.
he got peppered, not like torn up. So
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine there are like holes in the ass of his outfit. And we are over 10 minutes into the video. We can swear now.
I said.
Oh, so you can't swear in the first 10 minutes?
Yep, that's the rule.
I feel like we've explained this.
Anyway, this was used to be a uniform of a tavern my family owned, called Happy Smiles.
Oh,
okay.
That's a weird name for a tavern.
Yeah.
Did you win that? Did you win all the drinking contests there too?
Nope. Does make people smile and laugh until the Raiders came. Which I say, I was out of town at that day. My parents didn't survive.
Klaus was going to grab 2 beers and then give one to Joker and one for himself.
Okay.
Yeah.
That the farmers paid for because they're still terrified.
Yes, the farmers have absolutely paid for your drink still.
You know what my plan is if I get out of this job and get this bloody thing off my neck?
What's that?
Find the leader.
Commit
of
another crime?
Nah. Just find the leader of the Raiders and did the same thing and do the same thing with the king, but worse.
It wasn't a king you killed, it was a lord. There's a
Yeah.
difference.
Same thing to that jackass of the Lord, but worse. Probably take out his whole.
I feel that. I feel I feel revenge.
And probably built the whole town, ground up.
It's at that moment
Turn his skull into a fuckable ashtray.
It's at that moment. Oh, do you guys drink your ales?
Yep.
I need
Yes.
you both. I'm so glad you said that. You're fine. Klaus, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw because you are already at the edge of drunk, if you'll recall.
Oh God.
You have advantage because
Poor
poison.
farmers.
You have advantage because poison resistance. What'd you get?
Okay, so hold on, let me look at my rolls. Oh no. A 12.
A 12? You pass for now.
Yep.
It's at that moment that the door opens, and walking in with two black eyes and looking absolutely miserable is a familiar scaled individual who looks like he has had a bad day. Looks like he had a bad night too.
That's how you did.
You see, I believe his name is Hessick.
Hessick.
Yep, Hessick, the Yuan Ti sorcerer.
Look at this, my friend. Someone came here for round 2.
I'm going to make a
Get shot again.
I'm going to make a roll real quick.
So don't worry, I will use him as the human shield this time.
I'm going to make a roll real quick to check something. Okay, yeah. And now I'm going to make a roll to see if he notices you.
All of us.
He doesn't see you guys as he makes his way towards the bar.
The black eyes are too bad.
His face does look very swollen. What do you two do?
I look at... Trip him. Trip him now.
Klaus, what do you do? You hear Joker saying, trip him.
Klaus is going to be friendly and pass one of his beers to him. He was a mean, but everybody deserves a second chance.
Alright, you walk up.
Right.
Do you approach?
Yeah, I approach him with a beer.
Okay, as you approach him, he turns around to see you and goes, oh God! Please! I don't want any more trouble! I had enough last night!
I'm not here to fight you, man. I just you want a drink?
I mean, yeah, sure. He takes the ale.
Okay.
Thanks. Drinks.
And then coughs down for another one.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw. With advantage.
15.
Okay, you're still fine.
Cough to so drink.
He will take a drink and say, that hits the spot after a day in hell. This place is awful.
Joker yells
I kind of like this place, man. I get to beat up stuff and drink.
Yeah, beating up stuff. I'm sure you enjoyed that. He looks at you nervously.
This is Hellside. It's in the name.
He sees you. It's like, you're the one who hit me with an eldritch blast last night.
I told you to fight someone with magic.
What's wrong with you people?
Many things, my friend. Many things.
What's not wrong with us?
He
Let's
rolls.
say that list is probably shorter.
He rolls his eyes. He rolls his eyes. Thanks for the drink.
No problem, man. Anytime.
And momentarily, I'm gonna move over to Eulant. Eulant,
Hello.
where we left you. Elder Boris had you two were sort of leaned in and having a very quieted conversation. As he had just said that Dark Knights, that what you are is known as a Dark Knight, and they are something very, very special. So, my first question to you, my first real question to you, Sir Drousseau, do you know what the Umbrals are?
The Umbro.
As someone who studied in a church, you are very aware of the Umbrals. So anything you remember of what I've told you about the Umbrals, your character would know.
Powers of the world. Some malicious, some not at all.
You know they represent darker things, yes?
Yes, that is what I just...
They are... What a Dark Knight is when someone is seen by the Umbrals, one of the Umbrals, as worthy. They can be granted certain abilities. What abilities those are highly depend on the person and which Umbral spotted you. What all abilities do you have, out of curiosity? Eulant?
Oh... Well... I suppose there's the pool of rage and other such things that I use to slay my foe. A bit of magic that seems to leave me worse off than I was before when I use it.
Now that's a common thread. Without the positive energy that you would have gotten from your paladin abilities, there is a gap in your magical system, I suppose. It's now been filled with something darker, but that dark matter, magic, whatever you will call it, that you have can't function without a little piece of you. It needs a part of you to work. It's a bit of a quid pro quo with the entity that has granted you this gift. At the end of the day, most people like to pretend that warlocks and clergymen are completely different. When you come down to it, it really comes down to a perspective. A warlock can see themselves and their patron as equals, whereas a cleric or a paladin almost always views their deity as above them. What relationship do you believe you had with your god, Eulant? Before...
Previous.
Yes, Solosis, if I recall.
It was probably not as deep as, say, a cleric's was. I was more under the people under him. I was in relation to him.
Really? Would you like to go on a walk with me, Eulant?
Sure. I have nothing to do tonight anyhow.
Excellent. come with me. And he will stand up and walk towards the door. I assume you follow?
Yes.
Alright. You and Elder Boris make your way out and into the streets of New Hillside. And as you make your way through, you see there are a few vendors still open as you make your way through. A few late night vendors selling the last of their wares, a few hot meat pies here, a few lukewarm meat pies, more accurately here, a few weird vegetables here and there. You see a stall where they are selling these weird potato-looking things that are red with, like, purple stripes and roots at the top. As you make your way to the further and further out of town. And I'm going to pause you there. Daniel! Zell.
Yes.
As Eulant and Elder Boris leave is around the time you and Ariel arrive. You don't see Eulant or Elder Boris leaving, but you arrive at the tavern safely. You enter back in and once again are greeted with the raucous activity of not that one. Of the tavern nightlife, people bumping into each other, people cheering, people singing, people drinking way too much and not caring what other people think about it. And once again, Ariel looks a little uncomfortable in the space, but she didn't exactly look comfortable the last time she was in the tavern, so that's not really a surprise.
Right.
You also catch sight of Joker in his jestery garb, and you see Klaus now standing at the bar with a familiar-looking snack man. What does Zell do?
Ariel, is there anything you'd like from the bar?
Just water, please. I don't really...
You want any food or anything?
I could go for a bite to eat. I don't think I've ate all day.
Anything in particular?
Nothing heavy, I suppose. Maybe just, I don't know. I suppose some chicken will be fine.
I guess Paula's trying to comfort me over that.
You were saying, Zell?
Well, Joker's sitting over there at this table. If you want to go join him, I'll bring it to you.
Yeah, thank you. And she will
You're
make her
welcome.
way over to the table and sit down with you, Joker.
Okay.
Come on, look at
Hi, Joker.
Hey,
my
kid.
buddies from work.
How was patrol, I guess?
Awfully quiet.
I mean, that's a good thing, right?
The guards didn't like us. Our visitors.
I mean,
Not quiet.
I don't...
No.
I suppose the guards may have a reason. I wouldn't know. Meanwhile, at the bar, Klaus, are you still trying to chat up Hessick?
I'm going to leave him now and go sit with my friends.
As you go to walk away from the bar, you do see Zell approaching, and you do see Ariel sitting with Joker at this point. Do you say anything to Zell as you walk past?
Just tell him to get him a beer. The farmers have paid.
That I will do. Appreciate you.
So as Klaus walks back, you, Zell, stand up next to the bar, and the snake man happens to notice you, and he puts his hands over his ears as he remembers what you did last night.
Calm down. I ain't gonna hit you
Oh, that's good. That's good
this
to hear.
time.
That's great to hear. Yeah, yeah.
Speaking of, how is your hearing?
My hearing? It's okay, I suppose. Why do you ask?
I was just wondering.
My ears
Those
hurt.
pans still have ear formations in them. So I was just wondering.
Rude.
Let me buy you a drink.
I mean, your friend already gave me a drink, but I'll take another one.
So now I turn
Klaus,
to the
Klaus
barmaid.
across the room. They're free. You don't have to buy them.
Mirabelle will.
Well, in that case,
Mirabelle will look at you.
I'll take one water, 4 ales, some chicken, and some meat and potatoes.
Alrighty, dear. And she will bring all of that out to you. The drinks won't cost you anything. The food will, the two plates of food will cost you a gold altogether.
Well, here's 10. You can keep the change for a tip.
She takes the gold and says,
Yeah.
"I like you." And she does that thing where when you give she does that thing where you give a person money and they put it in their shirt. At this point, Hessick will take the ale that you got for him and drink it, and I now have to make a Constitution saving throw for him. Oh, he failed.
Oh, God.
He's
He takes the drink and... Thanks, buddy. He's very happy. You have yourself a good...
No problem, man.
And he's going to walk around, and it's at this point, with red cheeks, he's going to walk up to a woman and attempt to flirt with them.
Round 2.
I said there'd be a round 2.
He's actually a little bit successful. The woman looks a little bit charmed. And he's got this big, toothy snake grin. He does have snake fangs, by the way. He has a human face, but he has snake fangs. So I assume you approach a table full of food. Oh, sorry. What'd you say, Dom?
Yeah.
The bloody charisma.
The benefits
There's
of being
the
a
charisma.
sorcerer.
I kind of turn and just laugh at Hessick as he approaches the woman, and then I go on and take the food and the stuff to the table.
You set everything down at the table. Ariel graciously takes her food and her water, and she does not take big bites. It's like watching a mouse nibble on bread. Equal parts adorable and frustrating.
Klaus says, "This isn't even enough food for me, let alone y'all."
Ariel will look at you.
I didn't know you wanted anything. If you'd have said something, I'd have got you something while I was up there.
Oh, you know I want food.
He
Don't
fi-
act like you didn't know.
he fixed
I'll be
it.
back.
Klaus gets up. Klaus gets up and goes and gets his own chicken leg.
Okay.
Joker's. He thinks his own stomach. You didn't realize that?
The food.
Yeah, well.
The food will cost. We're gonna say a gold. considering I'm guessing you're probably getting what's equivalent to both of their plates together, I feel like a gold is probably appropriate.
Yeah.
Ariel will say, I don't know how he can eat so much. Honestly, I don't even know if I'm gonna get through the one piece of chicken.
I think I got me a theory. His stomach
Klaus
is-
looks at it and says, I'll eat it if you don't.
I'm sure you will.
I think his stomach is made of a bag of holding.
More like a bottomless pit.
Same difference.
But yeah, is there anything you guys would like to say to Ariel or talk about before I move back on to Yolande?
So, Klaus, if I hunt
Just
down
says
the
that he.
leader of the Raiders, you want to join?
Klaus, did you catch that?
Sure.
Okay.
Good.
I'm always up for beating people up.
Good.
But Klaus is going to look at Ariel and say that he's glad that she's back.
Thank you.
Now all we got to do is get some alcohol in her.
No, I don't drink.
Shots for the table! Woo!
No, please. I have a question. Has anyone at the table drank their ale?
You know what? I'm going to do that.
I think I have.
Okay, so you
I've
actually...
drank one and almost done with two.
Huh?
I've drank one and I'm working on my second one now.
Remind me, what's your constitution?
Do I have to roll it?
Yeah,
12 plus 1.
plus 1? Okay, so you can drink 2. So after the second one, you're gonna have to start making saving throws. However,
Making throws.
Oh God, 8.
first one is 5.
Okay, thank you.
Klaus, you're on
I
your...
rolled a 14.
You rolled a 14? I got some bad news,
Yeah.
Klaus. The saving
It's
throw
funny
for
when
your
you're
third
trying to-
drink is 15. Klaus is now inebriated.
The class was down drunk.
I'm gonna say
And
it's
you know
more
what-
like tipsy.
And you know what happens when
I'm gonna say it's more like tipsy.
you know
and if
what
it-
happens when Klaus gets drunk?
What's
He
that?
drinks more. Hit me with another one.
Oh God. Yeah, roll me another Constitution saving throw. Let's see exactly how drunk you get. Now this is a straight roll for
Oh,
you. No more disadvantage because you're
Oh,
already
straight
drunk.
roll? Then 4.
What'd you roll?
4.
Did you roll a 4? And Klaus is officially drunk.
Joker's like,
I'm not carrying you back.
Yes.
Joker's like,
Don't worry, you can just let me sleep on the ground. I'm fine. If
Joker,
we were in prison, dude.
Joker's like, did I win again?
You only got to drink like 7 to catch up with me, Joker.
Hey, I beat you in the last round.
Can we not do a drinking contest this time? That ended very badly.
It ended in a pot.
Yeah, it did. I'm sorry about that, by the way.
Oh, you're fine.
I've called
You have nothing to
over.
apologize for.
You're fine. The farmers were asking for it.
I noticed some of
Klaus
them
is
appear
just
to be
looking
glaring
at the
at.
farmers. They're all terrified.
There's a few of them that seem to be glaring over at our table. Should we be worried?
Hey, Glass,
No.
glare back at them.
Nah, the farmers are just looking for their shot to get Klaus back. They're waiting for him to be fully drunk so they can beat him up.
All right.
No, that's not.
Temporarily change Klaus's subclass. Drunken.
I mean, we absolutely could.
Dude, I know. I wanted to. So that's what I almost did, but I knew I knew more about the open hand.
It's fair. So unless there's anything specific you guys want to do at this point, I'm gonna move back over to you, Alon. That okay?
I was kind of just catching the aerial up. But
All good.
I think right on the walk
Oh,
there.
so I assume
So, yeah, I'm good.
I assume you told Ariel about the missing children.
Yeah.
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 We're planning on that. Yeah, we had that conversation. Yeah.
She will say, that sounds awful. I mean, I think we need to talk to Malik before we do anything, but, I think I absolutely agree we should help if we can.
I think we need bait.
Oh, and I think I know exactly who to go talk to about that.
Zell, as you look over at the
Joker does the same thing.
As you both look over at the gnomish woman sitting in the chair, she now not only is drunk, she is unconscious. She drunk herself unconscious.
How you want to play this?
Zell?
We'll talk to her in a little bit.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, as you guys continue drinking, hey, Patrick. Patrick? There.
Yeah.
From this point forward, I'm gonna need you to give me when I come back, I'm gonna need you to give me a count of how many drinks Klaus has had while I was gone, okay?
Okay.
Technically, that goes for Zell and Joker too, but I'm definitely gonna need it from Klaus.
Okay.
Yeah, I probably share the same story with them.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
Yulant!
Aye.
You make your way through town with Elder Boris, and eventually you realize you're headed towards the edge of town where the farms are located. And he takes you to what looks like a completely barren field. And as he does so, he enters it, and he picks up something that's kind of set to the side of, like, the gate to this particular field. He looks over at you and says, "Stand across from me, Yulant."
Alright.
Now, show me what you can do.
Okay, then. I suppose I'm gonna pop a well of darkness point, then.
Alright, you do.
Yep, give me a second. Well of darkness. Decrease. Alright, and then this kind of black haze of ink cloud just starts radiating from Yulant as, like, his hair grows in paler shade and his eyes become an arctic blue, skin paling to something more akin to Scandinavia than more French pallor he had before.
Yeah. Alright. He looks at you.
And
He looks you up and down and says, "Neat."
Indeed. Now, think fast, and I'm going to cast Dark Burst in his direction.
Is that a saving throw or an attack roll?
Give me a moment. Dex saving throw.
Okay.
Now, that would be to my save DC, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
What is the DC
What do you
out of
roll?
curiosity?
13. It's not high.
Yeah, as you do that, you watch as a shadowy mist wraps around him, and he disappears. What's your AC?
16.
Is cold good for you? Will we go out today?
You feel a blade enter your
yeah.
shoulder.
Okay.
Wait.
Give me a second. So he did succeed, yes?
Because that will come out.
Actually, no. He teleported as a reaction.
Oh, okay, cool. So he doesn't take any.
I'm not telling you not to.
Winter Eladrin, my friend.
Right, yeah.
And then he puts a blade into your shoulder. As you look at...
Wait, hold on. Can I Zabuza v Kakashi this?
Depends, what do you mean?
Can I also face stab as a reaction?
Since I let him do it for this, yes, I'll let you do it for this.
Face step behind him as a reaction.
Year was it 24 years ago?
The difference is I'm pretty sure you can only do it once, but doesn't yours have an effect that goes with it?
Yes. No. Well, actually, am I in winter mode right now?
You would be in winter mode, yes.
So then, yes, I do. One creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of you before you teleport must succeed on a wisdom saving throw, or be frightened of you until the end of your turn.
He's gonna get advantage on that.
So
for reasons.
8 plus 2 plus...
My dice are cold
3.
tonight. I think I'm gonna change dice. Good lord. Where's my
It's
rainbow
still just
die?
a 13.
Alright, he fails it, so now he has disadvantage. He now has disadvantage.
He is
to
now
hit you.
frightened.
Yes, he doesn't have to run away, but he now has disadvantage to harm you. Also, at this point, now that you are close up, you see the thing that he picked up was a scythe off the ground.
Yay, interesting. Can I attack him with my greatsword?
You absolutely can.
Hell yes. That's a 15. I'm not...
I actually need to look something up real quick. I'm gonna lose my voice for a second. Just hold on.
Okay.
Because I want to.
I'm still here. I know you can't. You probably can't hear me, but I'm still here.
Hello.
Inky cloud trailing behind it. And actually, I need to take damage right quick. Hold on.
The male elf is pretty.
This one. What did you say you rolled? Dom? Yolande? Might have to turn Daniel down. Hey Dom, you there? What did you say you rolled, Dom? 15?
15.
Is that with bonuses? You miss.
Yeah, I reckoned.
As he flips the scythe upside down, takes the curve of the blade and literally pulls up on your scythe. And it's at this moment you realize he's a lot stronger than he looks for an old man.
I had reckoned this is Garamond.
He then spins the scythe around and goes to get you in your other shoulder. That is only 3.
Sit down.
He will actually miss that time. He goes to swing the scythe, and at the last moment, he clangs off of your armor. I also need to roll something real quick. Oh, okay, that's interesting. That's good to know. Your turn.
You know, something occurs.
Yes.
I might have missed. Did he still take that damage?
Which damage?
My mastery damage. My 3 from
Oh, I forgot about that.
weapon
Actually.
mastery.
That
So
I
he takes 3 slashing damage anyway.
He does take 3 slashing damage. Hang on, let me remind myself how much hit points he has so I can write this down.
And I'm gonna go ahead and
Say again?
Oosh. No good. No bueno.
Because I took your nose off and put it on the
Hey, Daniel?
I miss again out of 14.
It's a little loud on your end, Daniel. You miss again on a 14. Yes, you do.
But he takes another 3 damage anyway.
Oh, hey,
He does
kids
take another 3
running
damage.
around.
You cannot escape my blade.
He will look at you. He has the biggest, creepiest smile on his face.
Be quiet or go somewhere else.
I'm imagining a character from King Anajara.
He spins the scythe around, and this time goes for your sternum.
Hey. Quit.
Burn it. He will miss again. Good lord, my dice are so cold.
Your dice betrays you.
Blow on 'em.
Interesting.
How do you...
I think I still prefer my great sword swing to my dark burst right now. So that's a 21.
Oh god. Yeah, that'll hit.
Right. So that's 9 plus. Hold on. To find myself. So that's gonna be 9 plus 1d6. That's 12 damage total.
Nice. Alright. And you have landed 1 hit. You have landed 1 real hit on him at this point.
And
You've been dealing damage the entire time, and your AC is 16, right?
16.
Okay, cool.
Is that a hit?
He gets a lot closer that time.
But still no bueno.
Yeah, still no bueno. You just barely swing your shoulder out of the way as he goes for another strike.
I feel as if you've gotten rusty, old man. Swing again. 24.
Oh god! Yeah, that'll hit.
Alright,
Right. So
taking
it's
weed.
gonna be 10 plus. That's gonna be 16 damage.
I don't know, just take him over there. Y'all go play over there.
16 total damage.
Somebody rolled strength.
Okay, that's 2 hits. And also at this point, you're starting to see him breathe a little heavier. He's still got that massive smile on his face, but looks like he's actually getting a little tired.
Mm.
That's going to hit. One second, I gotta check something. What the heck? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, my
Yeah.
computer's being weird. It's not letting me click anything. Let me click there. It
Oh,
Oh, there it goes.
interesting.
Oh no. Oh god. Yolande, as he finally lands a true blow to your body, you take 18 points of damage.
18 points of damage.
As he strikes across your chest, and you feel a cold, necrotic clutch reach into your body.
Alright, is it Yolante's turn?
Yes, it is. Out of curiosity, how's Yolante looking right now?
Less than half.
Before your turn,
I'd say...
Elder Boris says, "You sure you want to keep going? Looking a little bloodied. And I only hit you once."
Aye, another put me under. Oh, but frankly, I'm having fun. And I'm going to use my bonus action, because I can do this a number of times equal to my proficiency bonus, which is 2. I'm going to face step 15, I believe. Hold on. Yes. Hold on. Yes. 15 feet behind him, and I'm going to cast Dark Burst again. At his back. That is a dexterity saving throw with a DC of 16.
Good lord, okay. He will actually
another hit will probably knock me out.
He will actually make that.
Makes the save?
Yes, he does.
Right, so that's gonna be half damage. He didn't take the damage for the first one, did he? I didn't say anything about it. Because he teleported.
Yeah, he teleported the fuck out of the way of that one.
It's still going to be 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay, that's not bad.
That is 16 halved, and another hit will probably put me under. I am at 4 HP.
Oh god.
He is going to
However,
rush...
I did technically ask for this.
Yes, you did. He is going to rush up to you and go for a swing. And he will...
Hey, bada, swing!
He will just barely miss. As you sort of stumble, back step sort of out of the reach of his scythe. You have probably one more attack. What do you do?
Am I allowed to attempt to be Trixie?
Depends on what you're doing.
Well, can I shove the fucker with my athletic?
Actually, yes, you can. That's just an unarmed strike in the 2024 version.
See, I prefer the old version, though, where I can use my athletics skill to push him.
You can. Be my guest.
14. What does he roll to save? Which I believe would be acrobatics to save.
Yeah. He rolled an 18 plus bonuses.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no, he's good. He's steady. Well, fuck. What are bonus actions? Nothing good enough. Nothing good enough.
Alright, he's going in for his swing.
And Yolante just fucking pushing against this brick wall, just, oh, fuck.
He goes to swing, and just as he goes to remove your head, he stops an inch from your neck.
Okay, cool. That would have hit. That's interesting.
Yes,
Okay.
it would have. He rolled a 17 plus bonuses. He looks at you with
Would have died.
He looks at you with this wild smile still on his face and says, "You know, technically you should have ended up here for killing that priest."
Yes.
Referencing
Suppose
his
I
sight
should
in your
have.
neck. What was that?
Yes, I suppose I should have. I think you'll find that normally I'm quite lucky.
He gets this crazy smile on his face. Give me 1 sec. I need to pull something up.
Also, I do love that you've just kind of made Dark Knights into Ghost Riders.
I wasn't sure how you'd feel about it, but like, I love the umbral gods that I created. I love them so much. Other than the evil ones, I like the good ones I created. I'm still here. I have to look something up.
Does Discord tell you what I'm playing right now?
Music-wise? Yes. Oh.
No, just what game I'm playing.
Oh, you're playing the Pathfinder Kingmaker game. You know, I saw that was on sale. I saw that was on sale on Steam, and I considered getting it, but a part of me was like, but if I get it, I will know things about
it's yes. However, it is just early Baldur's Gate, basically.
Yeah, it's like, if I get it, I'll know things about the campaign, and I... and I want it to be a surprise when Dom does it.
I don't like gnomes.
Is that why you've been avoiding Is that why you've been avoiding the fake child the entire time you've been in Hellside so far?
I haven't thought of the fake child since I've started playing him.
Okay. I found the thing I needed to find. Tell me. Yulant. Do you still believe in your oath? Law, loyalty, courage, responsibility? Do you still hold those values true?
Not blindly, but
Never.
yes.
Of course not. Never blindly. Never blindly. No one should ever follow any belief blindly. But belief in itself is not bad. So, I ask again, do you still hold those values true?
Of course.
And then he will get very close to you, spin his scythe, stick it down on the ground, and say, "Then you're no oathbreaker." He grabs you by the wrist and pulls you up off the ground. "Well, I could certainly go for another drink. How about you?" And he will start walking back without another word.
Would be
How
good
does-
to numb the pain.
How
And
does
then
you...
Yulon just follows behind.
How does
He's
Yulon-
gonna chug a fucking health potion.
Be my guest. Roll it up, dude. I will ask this. How does Yulant feel in this moment with this knowledge gained?
Perhaps just a bit more in tune with himself. Just that stability of knowing that, yeah, this is a known quantity.
And as you make your way back into the, to the tavern, anyone need a break right now?
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay, I could actually use something
She has
because
made one.
my throat is dry. Bro, would you mind grabbing a drink? Also, turn the light on, would you? Let's take a quick moment to decompress from that whole scene.
We got water. That's all we have.
I'd take a water. My throat is so dry. My mouth is so dry.
But how long? About how long are we searching for here?
I was actually going to ask you because I know sometimes you do it to like you say like you want to call it at 6:30. Is that hard?
I generally seven's fine, I suppose.
Yeah, 7.
I think I can cut
6:30, 7, anywhere in between there.
I think
When did we start?
We started at 4
Like
4:40
40.
something, 4:30 something like that.
Yeah, 7 o'clock's fine then.
Yeah, I'm good with 7 o'clock. Is everyone good with 7 o'clock?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got to start early today, so you know.
Yay! We have the full party too.
I will also state that I have been so excited to do that fight with Elder Boris. What's your thoughts on the old man now?
I just see Gehrman.
Okay, so do you want to know what he looks like in my head? Because I don't have art for him because I tried building him in Hero Forge and it just didn't turn out the way I wanted it. So I'm thinking long flowy poncho looking clothes, long scrawny arms, scrawny legs, a wide brim hat that hangs over his face, somehow having facial hair even though he's a elf, which probably tells you something about his mental health.
There we go.
If you hear whining in the background, we have one of our dogs had puppies in the house again.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
On my bed.
On his bed, and they're currently under his bed. I think she wants something to. I think
They
she
should have
wants
done it
something.
with pillow.
Huh?
And here we go.
So they should have done it on his pillow.
I believe they actually did it on a blanket. Uno momento. My brother's girlfriend just called. Give us just a moment and we'll hop back into it.
I don't know why, but Elder Boris kind of reminds me of like a evil version of King Boomy from Avatar.
Why do you assume Elder Boris is
Yeah.
evil? You don't know Elder Boris is evil. He's just creepy. King Boomy was really creepy when they introduced him too.
I'm back.
He didn't attack people with
King
sauce.
Boomy was, oh wait, hold on, no. King Boomy was creepy after, like,
I would argue he was creepy in his introduction too, before you find out that he's Aang's old friend.
Alright.
Yeah, I would say that.
Give Steven a moment here. He's trying to hook up the headphones to his phone. I'm gonna real quick turn off the Bluetooth on the computer so that doesn't screw anything up. The computer's running like a slug again.
Lovely. Absolutely lovely.
It doesn't like that I have so many windows open right now.
Mm-hmm. Connecting, come on, connect. Connect, you piece of junk.
It really does not like the fact that I have so many windows open right now. The recording seems to be fine, thankfully. But, like, it does not like the fact I have so many windows open at the moment. I'm going to get a laptop so I can run a couple of these things on that instead of having to have them open on my computer.
Hello.
My dinosaur of a computer. All right, you ready to go, bro?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Patrick?
Yep.
Dominic?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you and Elder Boris eventually make your way back to the Knight Errant Tavern, which, by the way, that is the name of it. It is the Knight Errant, Knight spelled without a K, because pun. So, tell me, how many drinks has everybody had since they left?
House is going with 4.
You've had 4?
Yeah, 4 more.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to make me 4 Constitution saving throws. If you roll a 1 on any of them, and these are straight rolls because you are full-on drunk at this point, you will immediately pass out. How many has Zell had?
Zell has had 2.
2?
2.
Okay, I need 2 Constitution saving throws from you then.
Do it.
Yeah, I need 2 Constitution saving throws from you then. No disadvantage, no advantage, just 2 flat rolls. How many have you had, Joker?
Dude.
You've had
I
5.
need all my numbers.
Tell me if any of them are a 1.
Oh, none of them are 1.
Okay, you're fine.
4, 5.
Okay, I'm good. I had a 20 and a 19.
Yeah, you're fine.
It is a...
Okay.
Well,
Okay, the first roll was a 15, second roll was a 12. You are now drunk.
oh God.
Joker is now also drunk. It took him a little bit, but he is also now drunk. Zell, you are the only you and Ariel are the only sober people at the table. Unless Klaus would like to roll persuasion to try and get Ariel to drink.
No.
You will have
I'm going
disadvantage.
to.
You will have disadvantage.
Hi, this is out of the campaign. Okay. The Joker said, I had a girlfriend was a centaur. She had blonde hair. Her flank was nice though.
Ayo.
Oh my god, dude. I rolled a d20, but I also rolled an 18, so we get the 18.
You rolled an 18?
Yeah, I rolled a d20 and an 18.
She will look very uncomfortable and go, I will have 1 drink. No more.
Everybody hear what Joker said?
Everybody starts cheering.
Anybody hear what Joker said?
Klaus? No, what did it say?
I had me a girlfriend was a centaur. She had blonde hair. Her flank was nice though.
And Klaus in celebratory is going to drink 4 more. Back to back to back.
Roll me 4 Constitution saving throws, and if any of them are 1s, you are unconscious.
Love you, honey.
And I now have to roll something for
And I will
Ariel.
also drink 1 to that.
I love your dad too.
I rolled a 20.
Remember,
Rolled a 19.
you've got 4. Yulon,
Okay, I'm good.
You come into these drunken idiots, and you see Ariel very slowly chugging down an ale. She looks like she's choking it down.
Hello, friends. How are... Oh, and he's got like... There's still blood going down the back of his armor. He's not in good shape.
Yulon
What
looks
the
like
hell happened to you?
Had a fight.
What do you say?
It was fun.
Hey, can I ask a question real quick? Are
What's
we
that?
planning on doing anything important? Like, soon?
Don't worry,
Or are we just goofing off?
I'm about to ask that. Don't
Okay.
worry. I will be moving to the
Okay.
next day shortly, depending on What happens? Just give me a moment. I've already thought of that.
Okay, I just
Thank
wanted
you
to
for.
know.
I
if
appreciate
Klaus gets
you.
drunk.
I appreciate you asking.
I'd say he rolled a 1.
No, I did not. I rolled a 20 and 19 and a 6. I did not roll a 1.
Daniel, what did Zell roll on his?
That's what I said. Hello. To him.
Okay, I rolled a 7 on that one.
You are now tipsy. You're less drunk than both Joker and Klaus at this point. Klaus is the most drunk person at the table. And yeah, you guys watch as Yulant walks in. He looks like shit. He looks like someone threw him at one of those hell-afflicted wolves, and it had a field day.
Joker's drunk, and he said, "You look like a chew toy being ripped apart."
Thanks, man.
He was talking to
Damn,
Yulant.
Sam,
Actually.
who'd you shot?
Yulant, you still there?
I thought he was talking to me.
You too.
That's how drunk I am.
Wait,
Oh.
no, there can only be one. I'm going to suplex Klaus. No, yes, I feel like a two toy. It hurts. Still smiling, though. Hello, can I get an ale, please?
One is immediately brought over to the table
Here's
for you.
one.
Danke.
It's at this point that Ariel finishes hers, and she swallows it, and she looks like she's about to throw up.
Don't throw up. Don't throw
You
up.
alright,
Repeatedly saying "don't throw up" does not make me less likely to throw up.
Think about happy birds.
Ugh. Why do people drink that
Here's
stuff?
a bucket.
Wait.
I don't know.
Wait. Klaus is just drunk in the corner. Wait.
All right. Now I have to ask, does anyone want to do anything specific in the tavern at this point? Or am I safe to have you guys drunkenly make your way back to Third House?
Somebody have to carry.
Klaus is gonna take 2 more drinks. Just
Roll.
to see if he can get absolutely plastered.
Roll me 2 more saving throws. Oh, you're basically plastered at this point.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, just like passed out where they gotta take him home.
If you roll a 1, these are straight rolls. And actually, at this point,
Okay.
roll with disadvantage. You have drank
Okay.
that much. Roll with disadvantage.
Joker Jack.
Oh, that was close. That was a 3.
Good lord.
Joker Jack.
A 4. 3 and a 4.
Zell, I miss my hometown.
Okay. I think Klaus had enough. At least if he can get himself home. I was hoping Zell would have to drag him.
Joker Jack look at Zell. I miss my hometown.
Oh, I'm not dragging you.
Zell.
I'll throw you over my shoulder, but I'm not dragging you.
Zell, Joker's talking to you.
I miss my hometown.
Yes, Joker.
I miss my hometown. But I will find those.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. But I will find those rares.
Yeah?
I remember.
Sounds like you need to find a bed, buddy.
Klaus looks at Joker Jack and says, "That guy over there kind of looks like one of the raiders," and he's pointing at the farmers.
No, Klaus. Not again.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding? One of them was an orc.
There are orcs here.
Yeah. Nah, he's too handsome to be a raider.
Yulant,
Oh,
do you
God.
have, Yulant, do you have anything you would like to say?
Yulant is in the middle of draining a tankard of ale. He's attempting to simmer down.
Is there anything you would like to do at the tavern before I make you guys drunkenly walk back to, drunkenly walk your way back to Third House?
9.
Okay. Eventually, you all get your fill and start making your way out of the Knight Errant. and into the cold air of the night, which sobers you up a little bit, but not enough for it to matter, especially for both Klaus and Joker Jack. It is at this point I would like everyone to make perception checks.
Oh God.
8.
Are you kidding me?
What'd you roll?
A 4.
Oh, Lord, dude.
Okay. Here we go.
And I'm proficient in perception. That's
Oh, no.
I rolled a
9.
12.
I
does
got
that mean I
bad.
get to roll with advantage?
No, sadly, proficiency does not mean advantage. It just means you roll. It just means you roll higher on average. I've got some bad news for you, Klaus. You have disadvantage, and so do you.
Oh God.
Okay.
It is.
Yeah,
Okay,
the 9 was
well,
worse.
so
None of you. All of you are blind. Some of you blind drunk.
I
What if
have
Aaron
dark
rolled?
vision. You.
I also have dark vision.
I think all of you have dark vision. I think all of you have dark vision except for Ariel.
Oh, I didn't know half elves have dark vision.
Yeah, half elves have dark vision.
Yeah.
It's at this point, and when you're about halfway to third house, is when you start to hear the clanking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting.
As you see 4 individuals step out from alleyways and block your path to third house.
Oh, we're being jumped by farmers.
These do not look like farmers. They are armored.
Oh, okay.
They are armored, and on the chests of their armors, you see the symbol of the New Hillside Militia.
Hey,
Oh shit.
And standing in the center of
Oh,
them,
what did you do?
hey, we know those guys.
They don't look too friendly.
They don't like us very much.
I don't think they're here to chat.
Hey.
pardon me while I quickly get a person's name back.
Hey. Maybe they're here for Zell. Choke out that priest. Or try to.
Ah, there it is.
I choked out the
That
priest
was-
thing.
That was you, Lon.
Yeah, that was a lot.
This man's super drunk. He don't remember what we were doing.
Standing in the middle of them,
I just held a trident to his throat.
standing in the middle of them,
We're saying all of this aloud.
he hears you.
I'm drunk.
Standing in the middle of them, you see a massive orc man that you might recognize in your drunken haze as one of the people who were there when you arrived on the first day. He is a large orc man. Good lord, lost it again. He is a large orc man with a bald head that has these... It looks like there are stones embedded in the top of his head, one side of his head. It looks like there's like these, like stone shrapnel has landed in his head, embedded itself there, and he never had it removed. And he has a big freaking greatsword of his own in his hands. And he growls. All right.
Ariel, get behind us.
All right, you scum. You're going to tell me where is the Celesticite, or things are going to
Looks like it's stuck in your head.
Oh, bloody
Klaus
hell.
says, look in your pocket.
We don't know this woman. Maybe she saw your ugly mug and left.
No, Celestite joke, not Celestine, you fuck.
This man's gone.
Your constant joking and prattle only seems to aggravate the man as he raises his sword. And you see the guards around him bring their blades out as well.
Tough crowd.
Klaus is going to mock them.
As he attempts this, you hear, "Stand down, Herkin!" As stepping out from behind him, from the direction of Third House, you see Malik. Herkin lowers his sword and glares at the scar-faced man. "We've already had this talk, Herkin. There is no celesticite in Third House, and I'm pretty sure you've already had Abigail search them over. They don't have it either. There is nowhere they would be hiding an entire barrel of Veilstone. Not with the amount of watch they're under. So why don't you go back to...
So why don't you check your head and go on about your business?
Oh, bloody hell, save me
Zell?
from drunks.
Zell, learn to shut your mouth. Leave,
Klaus.
Herkin. Does anyone do anything?
Klaus says, "Hey, I got a barrel right here," and reaches in his pocket and then shoots him a bird.
Junker Jack did the
I thought
same.
you were gonna grab your drunk eye.
No, joke. Hey, I got double.
These men are drunk.
We're gonna get in
Herkin.
so much trouble.
These men are drunk, Herkin.
It's a role play.
One of them's not even
Yeah,
wearing
those men are
armor.
drunk.
Speak for yourself. I'm not drunk yet.
One of them's not even wearing armor.
Wait, who took their? Oh, they'll take his armor off.
No,
I've still got my bow.
Zell put his back. Zell technically could have put his back on.
Oh,
I was
okay.
actually referring to Ariel.
Oh,
Which is why I told her to get
An old
behind
man.
You mean two of us is not wearing armor?
He shoots a glare over at you like, "Don't correct me in front of this man."
Because don't correct me in front of this man.
It's a Joker.
Stop.
Yes, sir, Dad.
Rein
They're
it in,
gonna stalk
guys.
the shit out of you in a minute.
Rein it in. Rein it in. Come on, guys. At
Get
this-
them in the house.
Malik is going to look at Herkin and say, "I mean it. Walk away, or this gets ugly." It's at this point that Herkin growls. What the frick was that noise?
Did Herkin just bark?
Dog.
Fucking Klaus barking.
I heard a bark.
I did know orcs can bark.
Okay. It's at this point that Herkin puts his sword away, turns to his men, and lets out a shrill whistle. And they all begin to leave.
Yeah, tuck your skirts and go.
It's at that point you see It's at that point that you see Malik pull a rock out of his pocket and touch a rune on it. I need everybody to make Constitution saving throws.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Except for Yulant.
Oh god, too.
Oh, Yay, because I rolled a
Oh.
12. Anyway.
Oh my god, my luck finally ran out. You know what I rolled?
Did you roll a nat 1?
What?
I rolled a nat 1.
Oh god!
I rolled a 10.
Dude, how funny is that I rolled that the next time after I
He
stopped
will
drinking?
enjoy the show.
Okay.
That's me the funny part.
One sec while I get out my D12.
I'm going to get
Who
my
will
ass
die?
shocked.
So I have a quick question. Remind me, has anyone been zapped by this thing today?
No.
Today, no.
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 Okay, didn't think
I
so.
think the only ones that has been zapped by it was me and you
Me
lost.
and you. Yeah.
No, it was me and Klaus.
No. Yeah.
No.
We're talking
Joker
back.
didn't get shot.
Yeah.
Okay, so all of you are going to be taking what did you get?
2.
You got a 2. Zell got a 10.
And
All right, and Klaus got a 1.
Klaus got a nat 1.
The only one who one who passes is Ariel. Thank God. Okay, so the good news is you're not taking a lot of damage, but it's still gonna hurt, especially for the people who have not healed since the fight.
Oh, God.
You all take 3 damage. Ariel's gonna take 2.
Right.
Is anyone knocked unconscious?
No.
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 Each of you feel a psychic pulse come from the stone in your neck that shoots up towards your head and feels like the worst migraine you have ever had. Set on fire.
Okay. Joker's like, okay, I'm sober.
It definitely sobers you up a little bit. Yulant, you were the only one not affected, but you do get glared at by Malik. Thank your stars I'm merciful. I'm pretty sure this would have killed you.
Probably.
Ariel is actively grabbing her head, and I actually need to roll something. Oh no! Ariel drops to the ground.
Oh. Well, that's unpleasant.
Zell and Yulant, in your more sober states, you both recognize that glassy look come back over her eyes.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit.
And Malik goes, "Fuck. Would someone..."
You had to do it, didn't you?
He glares at you. Yes, I did.
What happened?
He sighs.
Did my girlfriend come back?
Would someone...
No, Joker, shut up.
Would someone please carry her?
I got her.
She doesn't really resist.
No,
She rolled...
I'll mute you.
I'm going to be very clear. She rolled a nat
I mute
1 on
myself.
that check. She rolled a nat 1 on her wisdom saving throw for her. I don't feel comfortable calling it PTSD, but it's basically PTSD.
I bet it's pretty much what it is.
She doesn't exactly ragdoll, but she's very limp as you go to pick her up. Like, where she was sort of able to respond earlier today after the incident, after she sort of had an episode, she is completely out at this point. Malik will look at all of you.
This is not good.
Do you feel better? Chiding the militia?
Yeah.
Jumping
Hey,
the gun?
they come on to us. I don't know what they're doing with.
he started it first. So.
It doesn't matter who started it. You should have walked away.
We've been blocked.
They were drawing weapons on us. What the fuck do you mean walk away? Turn our backs to men with live steel at our
That's
backs.
not something you walk away from.
I'm aware of the difficulty of it. You see Malik is actually getting very frustrated.
Shut up.
Hey man, I can barely walk as it is. Wow.
I had to drag him halfway here.
I'm gonna roll something real quick.
How much damage did we take?
No, he does not. Hey, everyone make perception checks.
Okay.
You took 3, by the way.
Oh, I hate you dice. That gave me a 3.
9.
I got an 18.
I got a 16.
Okay, good. One of the people who is actually relatively sober can see this.
Okay.
Klaus, you are drunk off your ass, so this probably won't mean very much, but Zell, you also see this. You see something strange happen as Malik gets frustrated. It almost looks like he's getting bigger, and for a second you swear his teeth start to grow out of his mouth, and it almost looks like his face tried to elongate before he takes a deep breath.
Oh, I know what that is.
Is she hurt? He looks over at Ariel.
No.
She'll be fine.
Sure, let's go with that. Some
She's just
lingering
passed out.
trauma.
And that zap,
Do me a favor.
I'm not going to go into detail. I'm not going to go into detail, but she definitely didn't need that right now. You should have zapped me twice or something.
That's not how that's not how the stone works.
Well, reprogram it.
Do me a favor. Avoid the militia at all costs. If it means taking the long way back to Third House, do it.
And we will need to group up.
And maybe the next time you run into them in the streets, don't be beaten half to death. Let's get back to Third House. He looks exhausted.
Your lot is exhausted.
Hold up, Scarface. Hang on.
Wait, no,
Don't.
please don't poke.
Call me that.
Joker does.
I'm sorry, Malik.
Look at Zell, and you still look like a chew toy.
Yulant.
Yeah,
Yulant looks like a chew toy.
You still look like a chew toy.
You were saying, Zell?
So what was all that about?
What was what about?
Your transformation.
He will glare at you. Back to Third House and continue walking. You all make your way back. Good lord. Just so much noise all at once.
Okay.
Do y'all continue to make your way back to Third House?
Yes.
Okay.
We got two kids that we got to get in bed.
Is that in-game or out-of-game?
That's in game.
Okay.
I'm referring to Klaus and Joker.
Hey!
Don't you call me a child.
What's the target?
My buddies from work.
Body somewhat.
Yeah.
All right. So, you all make your
Buddy
way back.
before strict.
You all make your way back to room 420 of Third House.
Is there
Zell
anything?
takes Ariel and lays her down and covers her up.
She is basically unconscious even before her head hits the pillow. She
What
didn't
is
take that much
it?
damage, but something.
What is
Yeah,
it?
not a great experience for her, clearly.
What is it?
A little loud on your end, Daniel.
What is it?
Do I?
A little
Sorry.
loud on your end.
Yeah, be quiet, buddy.
Where's Bubbles?
Okay. Shh.
Bubbles
be
was
quiet.
with you. He's just been quiet this entire time. Also, he's drunk and sleeping. Let's put it that way.
What is that awful noise?
May
Hey,
I
boss.
make a
The
request?
sun is. What was that? What'd you say?
May I make a request?
What's the request?
When you introduce the next story beat, let's call it. I still gotta go inside and get my
Yeah,
for tomorrow.
don't worry. I got this. So, is there anything that anyone would like to do before bed?
Get my spell slots.
Dump them.
I'm gonna clean myself of all the blood that probably leaked out of it.
Sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you, Dom. What?
I'm probably gonna.
Oh, fuck.
For some reason, I'm having trouble hearing you, Dom.
I'm gonna clean the blood off of myself.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Be on my bed. Stay up for that one. On.
Oh, what the?
Oh, what I would give for prestidigitation right about now.
So, you clean your armor. Is there anything that Klaus does before bed, or is he just face plant?
Move that.
Klaus, I would like you. Klaus, I would like you to roll me a. I would like you to roll me a d20 and just give me the result. I want to see if you actually manage to land on the bed or if you fall face first on the floor.
Should I do the same?
No, you were less drunk than Klaus.
19.
You managed to make it into the bed.
Joker Jackson. Yay! That means I don't have to push him on the bed.
And Zell, as you manage to get Ariel
No.
into her bed, is there anything you do before going to sleep?
No.
I go back
No.
to my little
No.
room or my little bed.
Yeah.
And I smoke,
No.
of course.
Mm-hmm.
And I clean my armor and I'm sitting there and he goes into like a deep thought.
Thinking about anything in particular?
Thinking about Percy and the scars that's on my back because that talk with Ariel kind of brought back some memories. Mostly wondering what Percy's up to now. If he's still getting into trouble.
Well, as you'll recall, certain things happened with Percy. We'll get back into that.
Yeah.
Okay? Jokers, is there anything you'd like to do before bed?
Well, just take off my hand, just pull out a look like me a horsehair bracelet.
A what?
A horsehair bracelet made of horsehair.
Okay.
Just look at it.
A horsehair bracelet. Okay.
Yeah.
Any particular reason?
That's weird.
From the travels like that centaur chick and
Oh.
yeah. And look at my hand, remembering the parents. After I remember that, squeeze the feather on it.
Okay.
And I think somebody sees the rage in Joker's eyes.
Wow.
Yeah.
As you all lay down for bed. As you all lay down for bed,
Zell,
Yes.
you have a dream. No,
Okay.
you don't have a dream. But you have a dream. Elves don't dream. But you have a dream. You are standing. You're crouching. Yes, crouching in the woods. You recognize them. They're Barakovan. It's the army. The military. You see an old forest road with a caravan coming down it. Across the way, you see another individual. Human, darker skinned, wearing a uniform similar to yours. Some might call him handsome, you just think he's arrogant. You see Percy.
Oh, he's definitely arrogant.
You see several individuals behind him, and you know that there's a few behind yourself as well. Fellow archers, ready to strike when given the order. You hear through the message stone held around the collar of your uniform. There's the caravan. Percy, give the signal and fire. And there's a beat. You see Percy ready his own bow, and then stop. He lowers his bow, and you hear over the message stone, "What are you waiting for? It's going to be out of range!" You watch Percy rip the message stone from his own collar and throw it. And you watch the caravan.
Interact.
Is there something you'd like to do? Now you're across from each other. Like you're on either side of this road. If you're going to interact, you're gonna have to be like shout, whispering, or sign language. To be clear.
Well, never mind. Keep going.
Okay. Eventually,
I thought he could hear me through the message, but
he just threw his message stone.
yeah, I know it. So I said keep going.
The caravan eventually pulls away, and the dream shifts. You are standing in a commanding officer's tent, being screamed at. Percy is standing next to you. He is especially being screamed at for disobeying direct orders. Your former commanding officer, the one you killed, wants to have him court-martialed. Wants him to stand before a tribunal for treason. One of the other higher-ranking officers states that would be unnecessary, as there were ways to discourage these actions in the future. The dream shifts again. You are at a public whipping. They're preparing to punish Percy. It's at this moment that you can interact. What's going through Zell's head as he watches them march his friend up to the whipping post?
Rage. Misunderstanding. Trying to figure out exactly. I mean, I know why he's there, but at the same time, I also know why he didn't shoot.
You watch them.
And I think it's bullshit that, you know.
You watch them begin to tie him to this post. You watch the man begin to raise the whip. What do you do, Zell?
I jump in front of him.
You jump in front just as
Listen.
Just as the first strike comes down and strikes you across the back. It stings. It burns. Where there once was a shirt, where there once was a whole shirt covering your back, there is now a gash in it where you have been hit with this whip. Now you may talk. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. You're good. It wasn't his call.
The higher ranking officers.
You're gonna
Continue.
If you're gonna discipline anybody, discipline me, because I'm the one that signaled for him not to do it.
The higher ranking officers look at each other, confused. Percy looks up at you, and he mouths, "What are you doing?"
Shut up.
You shut up.
I'm not letting them. I'm not letting them get away with this. They're gonna discipline the man. They're gonna discipline the right man.
Are you saying you'll take the punishment? One of the higher ranking officers says.
If that's what it takes.
Untie him.
Because there was no reason. I'm not done talking.
Sorry.
I was saying that to the
I know.
man
I'm
that's telling the
apologizing.
untie first. Okay. Anyway. There's no reason for us to destroy that caravan. It was full of innocent civilians, men. There was a couple men, but it was mostly women and children, and all of them were injured. There was no reason for such murderistic actions.
You hear scoffing from the crowd.
So yes, I will take the punishment.
You hear scoffing from the crowd. You hear some people murmuring, that maybe they agree with you, but most of them are. You hear things like, "An enemy's an enemy." "Down with Barakova." "Death to Barakova."
An enemy may be enemy, but they're also human. How would you like it if somebody grabbed one of your children or shot one of your children from a distance unexpectedly as you were going probably to get healed or help?
Murmuring again, but eventually one of the higher ranking officers says, "Untie him from the post. Let's get the right man." And suddenly, you are in the position of Percy. You see no one else around you. You hear the crack of the whip.
The only difference is I'm not tied up.
You hear the crack of the whip. As if the punishment officer is toying with you. And for a moment, he walks in front of you. Zell, you see a man dressed in green armor holding the whip. And then he strikes her back. Again, and again, and again. Strikes you more times than you were ever struck during that punishment. I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I don't see wisdom. What in the world?
That's one of your attributes, not one of your skills.
Oh, who that?
Attributes. Oh,
Did you find it?
damn it. Got a 6. Yeah,
It
I got a
is
6.
almost unbearable. The pain is excruciating. To the point that you pass out. And you wake up the next morning. And that's where I'm pausing you. Yulant!
Hello.
I apologize, but yours is probably going to be more talkative.
Yay.
It's gonna be 7:30. It'd be at 7 o'clock.
I know.
Then.
Yulant. You're in Kenaval. You recognize the streets. You've walked them many times. You stand at the Grand Chapel of Unity. This massive temple built in honor of all of the gods of creation and materia, at least. The ones that allowed the existence of temples. You have just gotten back from a attack on a bandit camp in the area. And as you re-entered the town, people cheered and cried and celebrated your existence as a bold paladin off on quests. As you dismount from whatever beast that may have carried you back, or whatever carriage you may have ridden on, you see a familiar face. One that you ran a sword through. He smiles at you eerily. Or, now, you believe it eerily. As you realize this is less of a dream and more of a memory. Welcome back, Sir Paladin. How went the quest?
'Twas fine.
Good, good. I'm sure you took care of the vermin, as always.
As always.
Solos's light shines upon you. Look at this city. And he just looks out
I'm gonna tell you,
at
it's no signal.
the marbled streets of Kenaval. A pinnacle to Adaria as a country.
I have no clue.
A pinnacle to all countries.
I will
Yes,
you,
yes.
So, myself.
And having protectors like yourself, then he pats you on the shoulder. Always a pleasure having a bold warrior like yourself here to defend the small folk. And, of course, every now and then stopping an assassination, right?
'Tis my duty and pleasure.
I'm sure. It's always astounded me that someone who grew up in the luxury of a Fey court would come to a place like Kenaval. What?
Everyone needs a reality check every now and again.
I suppose. And your choice in deity. I always thought that elves preferred the wilds of Artemeos, not the stringent order of Solosis.
I think I can hear you, so.
Yes, well,
Hello.
the chaos of the Fey courts is all too overstimulating for me. I prefer the tea here as well.
As do I. It's at this point that you see a woman and two children approaching you. They're dressed in not exactly peasant rags, but it's very clear they're not exactly wealthy. And the woman says, "Excuse me, sirs, I've been, there, during the last, attack of the bandits, my home was destroyed, and my children and I need a place to stay. We were wondering..." "Speak no more, madam. There is plenty of rooms in the embrace of Solosis. I will gladly find a place to put you, and your lovely children. I suppose you should take the day, Yulont. Celebrate your victories. And I shall celebrate mine." And he places his hand around the woman, the children following her as they enter the massive temple before you. And as the doors... Yes?
Insight question mark?
You didn't do it then in the memory, but yes, I will allow it here. I'll even give you advantage.
Okay. Because I know what's...
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That makes... 16.
You remember this day. You remembered that woman and her children. You never saw them again. You tried to convince yourself that they were just somewhere else in the city. But even then, deep down, you knew something was wrong. And as this priest and this woman and her children enter the chapel, you see suddenly standing behind the priest, hand on his shoulder, a knight dressed in black, looking back at you. The doors close.
I've been hearing it.
And you wake up. Good morning.
Yeah.
And that's where we're ending Hellside tonight.
Okay.
Sorry for the downer ending. I'm going to go ahead and check. Everybody okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I meant to do I think I meant to do a trigger warning at the beginning of this one. And kind of forgot. Everyone good?
Yeah.
Yep.
You know where I am, mate.
I know. But thank you guys so much for... I wish we could have done this sooner. I'm glad we finally got to do it tonight. So we're gonna shoot for next Monday, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
If there are no scheduling conflicts.
Excellent. Do you guys have any ideas for names for this episode?
Bunch of drunks.
Dark Path.
Bunch of drunks is fine.
Dark
Oh,
Powers. Dark Powers kind of works, given that fight.
Winter
was like,
Dance
Yeah.
would also be funny.
oh, I like Winter Dance.
Yeah, you already have me Fire and Flames for me, so.
I like Winter Dance. I think I'm gonna go with Winter Dance because that's just interesting enough. I love that. I'm gonna write that down.
Say bye for me, so. I'm going to the next room.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight.
Yeah.
You good, Dom?
It's fun playing again.
You good, Dom?
I'm just tired.
You
I'm
sound-
tired and
He's ready to crash.
close for tomorrow.
Yeah. Alright, so
Tomorrow's gonna be fun. What are you talking about?
I need my clothing, damn it.
Me and Dom would be fun. It would be y'all that would have the trouble up front.
oh, that reminds
Unless
me.
you want me to show up in cargo shorts and a fucking poncho.
Oh man, everybody else shows it. They're on.
Right.
Bro! Which reminds me,
I'll see you guys later. What?
who doesn't have inspiration?
Later, bro.
Me.
I do not have
Dumb.
inspiration. I gave mine one.
Daniel, do you have one? Do you have one?
I do.
Okay, everybody who doesn't have inspiration, take inspiration.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
A reroll, my friends.
Free reroll. Do you guys want to hang out and do the outro with me?
Yeah.
But of course.
Alright. Alright. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. Ring that bell so you always know when we post new videos. This was such a fun episode. I'm sorry it took so long to get it out, and it felt a little rambly, but we got to get back in the swing after multiple weeks away. Thank you guys so much, and with that, all I have to say is goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Sweet dreams.
Bon voyage.
Goodbye.
Later, everybody.